Let's talk about a guy who bullied me on our first date. This is my number 2 worst date of 2024. And we're going to call this guy the bully. I matched with this guy a couple months back on Hinge, of course. And from what I could tell, he seemed pretty normal. He ended up asking me out and asking me for my number. The plan was to get drinks and he picked the place, of course. As soon as I started to walk into the bar, I could see something was amiss. Okay, tell me if you guys think this is weird. You're sitting waiting for somebody at the bar. There are 2 options for you to sit. One option is facing the front door where you know the person you're meeting is going to walk in. The other option is sitting with your back to the front door so you can't see when they walk in. I might be overanalyzing, but if I'm meeting somebody at the bar, I want them to be like looking for me so I don't have to walk in, look at everybody's faces as I go around the bar trying to find them. He chose the seat with his back facing the door, so I had to go walk around and find him.
I don't really mind that. If he sat with his back at the door, I don't mind. I can give him an excuse. I can give him the benefit of the doubt. I know that there is a species of extroverted, confident people that don't even bother thinking about what an introvert would do, and they don't even understand that. So maybe if he's this type of a person, because again, you didn't meet him, I don't even know who he is. This is a first date. He could be anyone. If he's an overly confident type of guy, then he would just sit however way he wants without even thinking that it would be an issue for you, because like I said, it wouldn't have been an issue for him if he was in your place, if he was in your shoes. So I would excuse that. I would forget about that. I wouldn't blame him for something so small. But apparently this guy turns out to be a bully, like she explained at the beginning, and that's why we are talking about this today. I didn't watch it yet, so we will find out what he did that made her think that in a moment. And I just want to say, we've all been in that situation where a guy is clumsy enough to want to flirt with us in a way that is very annoying or that is very weird, very upsetting to us, and he doesn't know what he's doing wrong. He keeps doubling down on it, and it just becomes this awkward big turn off for the girl. I think this will be the case here.
I walk in and realize that of course his seat is facing the screen so he can watch sports as we're talking, and it gets worse. Literally as soon as I sit down, clearly I have short hair and clearly I think it looks good. Also, clearly I'm straight because I'm going on dates with men. So I sit down with this guy and the first thing he says is, "Did you cut your hair like that on purpose?" I was like, is that supposed to be a joke? I really don't know how to take that. I cut it like this on purpose. I like the way it looks short.
Typical. This is what some men do because they think that by teasing the girl or by trying to annoy her a little bit, it can turn into something playful. She may like it, or it may create a feeling in her chest, whatever that feeling is. He's going to get some engagement from her. She's not going to be passive. She's going to try and defend herself or justify something. And some men that think that this is the way to flirt, because this happens to me in the past. Some men do this on purpose to see you react, and then they smile, and then you realize, oh, this idiot is just trying to flirt with me literally, and I'm getting carried on and thinking that I'm in a heated argument when he's doing this on purpose. Because if you focus, if you take a moment and look at him, he will probably have the tiniest little smirk on his face. If anyone does it, I think they should stop. In most cases, it's just a big turn off. It doesn't help. It's not going to make you that woman's future husband. It's just drop it, please.
Conversation carries on. We're having a little bit of small talk, painful small talk. He did buy our drink, so that was good. He just keeps saying mean stuff to me. So next, he goes, "Yeah, well, me and my roommate were talking about you before this date, and we were looking at your profile, and we were placing bets on whether you were gay or not." That has to be the stupidest thing you could possibly say on a first date. I should have left, but I was still in my first stages of going on first dates, so I wasn't really sure how to do that. Clearly, I'm not gay. I'm here with you, a man, a boy. That's just bullying me at this point. I wasn't taking it as a joke. I was like, you're not being funny. You're being mean.
See, this is what I mean. This guy is going to keep doubling down because he doesn't understand that this is not the ideal way of flirting for this girl. She doesn't appreciate it. She doesn't even have the same humor as him. You two just met. This is a first date. You can't just be making deprecating jokes towards her or her looks or her physique without knowing if she even appreciates that type of humor. Not everyone makes self-deprecating jokes. So unless she did that first, you should get the hint and understand that she may not be the type that likes to joke and make fun about her own looks, her own physique, or her own hair that she decided to cut short. And like I said, not everyone knows how to laugh at themselves. We're all different. And context matters too. Even if she was the type to joke and make fun of herself and make jokes regarding her looks or her physique or her own decisions, whatever it is, even if she was that type of a person, she's not going to do that with you. You're a stranger. She doesn't know you at all. You should have already given her compliments and reassured her. She should have known already what you truly think about her physique, her looks, before she can turn around and make this type of jokes, because she already knows you're not serious. That's not what you mean. She already knows your true opinion about her looks. Then it becomes funny. But if this is the first thing you're giving her, she will be confused. She will think this is truly what you think of her, and it can become offensive.
And he goes on to tell me how all he really does on the weekends is sit in his apartment with his roommate and drink, and how he's planning on just getting drunk the rest of the day after our date. On top of all the bullying that clearly made it more obvious that he was not for me. I don't really like to drink that much, but as we are finishing our drinks, he asked if I want another drink, and I'm like, no, I'm good. But he still gets up to get himself another drink. This man doesn't even care that I'm here. He's just using me as reason to drink. Finally, I wrap up my drink and I'm ready to go. So I tell him I'm going to head out. He does not get up. He does not give me a hug. He does not walk me to the door. He doesn't walk me to my car, nothing.
In most cases, when guys make this mistake, they don't know how to turn it off. They don't know how to come back from it, and they don't know how to fix it, because in most cases they would have stopped the abuse or the bullying long after the girl got fully pissed off, and it's very clear that they have no chance of seeing her again. At that point only they realize what they've done, and it becomes too awkward and it becomes too difficult, of course, to come back from that. It's just a snowball effect, because initially when they would have still had time to fix the situation, and when the girl was not really angry as of yet, she was just slightly annoyed or pissed off, she was defending herself and she was being serious. In most cases, the guys that do this find it exciting, find it engaging. Like I said, they think that this is a good interaction because they're getting a big reaction from her, or they're thinking, oh, look how cute she is, she's trying to justify herself, and they end up doubling down on it until it becomes impossible to fix, until the damage is done and the girl is unmistakably angry and her face is red, and they know that nothing they do will fix the situation. At that point, it just becomes awkward and they just stay silent, don't know what to do next, don't know how to go back from it.
I got up and moved so quickly out of that bar, immediately called my mom in the car, and I was like, can you believe that this just happened? And she was like, oh, he was clearly just trying to see how far he could push you in terms of hurting your self-confidence. And crazy enough, he thought that the date went well, I guess, because he asked me out again. And I just said, no, I'm not interested. And I actually posted a TikTok about this date and it went pretty viral. And the other crazy part of this is that he had a friend that was a girl that was on TikTok and I guess saw my video, and she knew who he was just based on my story. She like apologized for him. And I was like, girl, why are you friends with this man? Like, he's horrible. So yeah, that was my date with a literal bully. With that.
See, the only way he can be this oblivious is if he, like I explained earlier, truly doesn't know what he did wrong. For him, that was a way of flirting, of breaking the ice. Because if he's pissing you off or annoying you to that extent, some men think that that's a good thing because they're getting a reaction out of you, and they think, oh, I'm getting to know her more. We are close now because she got angry at me, but it's the first date. A cute little argument can strengthen the relationship when it happens 8 dates in or 7 dates in. But if it happens on the first date itself and you're making jokes about her looks, it's surely going to backfire. You should not be that comfortable as of yet to make this type of jokes and risk annoying someone or pissing them off. In any case, this was today's video. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you are a single woman actively dating for marriage, don't forget to join my community for guidance and support. You will find the link for it in the description box under this video. It can be very useful for any woman that is dating strategically in today's world and looking for a potential husband. So go ahead and check it out at least, and I will see you there.